Nobody wondered why she was so good at negotiation. Dr. Sarah Coleman could calm even the most rebellious students. She had perfect communication with troubled families. They called it natural talent. In reality, she had been involved in much more critical negotiations. Until that day when she had to use these skills in a life-or-death situation. Welcome to Hidden Hero Stories. Before we begin this incredible FBI story, tell me in the comments which city you're watching from today. And if you believe stories like these hidden heroes need to be heard, hit that subscribe button and help us keep these stories alive. Dr. Sarah Coleman, who worked at Lincoln High School in Springfield, Illinois, was a 48-year-old, brown-haired, green-eyed, calm school counselor. For 12 years, she had been working at the same school to solve students' problems. Sarah was one of the school's most valuable staff members. She could establish perfect communication even with the most difficult students, solve family crises, and calm everyone down. She never raised her voice and remained controlled in every situation. "Dr. Coleman is miraculous," said Principal Patricia Williams. "She solves even the most problematic situations. She has natural talent." This was true. Sarah could handle even seemingly unsolvable crises, but no one questioned where these skills came from. Sarah's office was on the second floor of the school, in a quiet corner. On her walls were motivational posters, and on her bookshelves were psychology books. But in the bottom drawer of her desk, there was a special file that no one knew about. Every morning she would come to school at 7 and stay until 5 in the evening. One-on-one meetings with students, family meetings, crisis interventions. She never seemed tired. Sarah's most valuable trait was knowing how to speak. She would calm the angriest parents and convince the most rebellious students. It was as if she understood everyone's language. "Dr. Coleman finds magic words," said one of the teachers. "I can't understand how she calms people down." That cold Monday morning in November, Sarah began her normal routine. She came to school at 7, prepared her coffee, and checked her daily appointments. Her first meeting would be with Marcus, a 16-year-old troubled student. Marcus was a student who constantly fought with his family and didn't come to school regularly. Sarah had been following him for several months. "Marcus, how are you?" asked Sarah. Marcus shrugged. "Getting by." "How's the situation at home?" "Same. Dad's always yelling, Mom's crying, and I want to run away." Sarah listened carefully. She knew there were serious problems in Marcus's family dynamics. "Marcus, do you feel safe at home?" Marcus hesitated. "Sometimes Dad gets very angry, but he doesn't hit us, I think." Sarah felt alarm bells ringing. These were potential signs of domestic violence. "Marcus, if you want, we can talk to social services." "No, if Dad finds out, it'll get worse." Sarah understood the sensitive situation. Forced intervention could make the situation even worse. "Okay, but I'm always here. If you need anything, call me." After Marcus left, Sarah took notes on the situation. This was a case she needed to follow up on. In the afternoon, Sarah's phone rang. Marcus' cell was displayed on the screen. "Dr. Coleman, help me," Marcus whispered. "Marcus, where are you?" "I'm at home. Dad's gone crazy. He's threatening Mom and me. He has a gun." Sarah's heart raced. This was a life-threatening situation. "Marcus, where are you in the house right now?" "In my room. I locked the door, but Dad's trying to break it down." "Where's your mom?" "In the kitchen. Dad's holding her." Sarah immediately took action. "Marcus, I'm going to call the police. Don't come out of your room." "Dr. Coleman, Dad's going to kill us." "Stay calm, Marcus." "I'll handle this." Sarah called 911. "Emergency domestic violence, hostages present at the home of Lincoln High School student Marcus Johnson." The 911 operator took the address and dispatched units. But Sarah didn't wait for bureaucracy. She went directly to Marcus's house. The Johnson house was a modest single-story home in the suburbs of the city. When Sarah arrived, police cars weren't there yet, but shouting could be heard from the house. Sarah approached the door. She could hear a man shouting from inside. "You all ruined me! You brought disrespect to this house!" Sarah knocked on the front door. "Mr. Johnson, I'm Dr. Coleman, Marcus's school counselor." Silence came from inside. Then, heavy footsteps. "What do you want?" a voice shouted. "I want to talk to Marcus. School matter." The door opened. Robert Johnson was a 45-year-old drunk man holding a gun. "Who the hell are you?" Sarah remained calm. "I'm Dr. Sarah Coleman, Marcus's counselor. Can I talk to him?" "Marcus isn't available right now. Get out of here." Sarah analyzed Robert's mental state. Drunk, angry, out of control. But he hadn't completely lost his mind yet. "Mr. Johnson, I understand. You're having a difficult day. But Marcus's education is important." "Education? That kid doesn't learn anything. He disrespects me." Sarah tried to redirect Robert's anger. "You're right. Young people can sometimes be disrespectful, but maybe we can solve this by talking." "Talking? I tried to talk, but nobody listens." Sarah noticed the disappointment inside Robert. This man wasn't just angry, he was also desperate. "Mr. Johnson, can I come inside? I want to help you." Robert hesitated. Then he opened the door. Sarah entered the house. The living room was messy, bottles were scattered around. In the kitchen, Jennifer Johnson was sitting on the floor, crying. "Mr. Johnson, please lower your gun. Let's talk." "You can't understand me. This family is falling apart." Sarah slowly approached. "I understand. Family responsibility is very difficult. You carry a lot of burden." Robert's anger diminished a bit. "Nobody sees how hard I try." "I see it. You're trying to support your family. Difficult economic situations." "I lost my job. Bills are piling up. My wife and son blame me." Sarah had found Robert's real problem. Unemployment, economic stress, family pressure. These situations are really difficult, but violence isn't the solution. "I'm not violent. I'm just very angry." Sarah used her former FBI training to empathize with Robert. "Mr. Johnson, I've been through difficult situations too. Anger is normal, but you don't want to hurt your family." "I love them, but nothing's going right." Sarah tried to get Robert to lower his gun. "Put down your gun. Let's solve this by talking." Robert hesitated. "Did you call the police?" Sarah was honest. "Yes, but I came to help you. They'll arrest me. Only if you don't hurt your family. If you put down the gun now, this will only be seen as a family crisis." At that moment, police sirens began to be heard from outside. Robert jumped up in panic. "They're here! What's going to happen now?" Sarah had to manage the crisis. "Robert, stay calm. I'll talk to the police, but first put down the gun. They'll shoot me. Number, I'll intervene, but you need to be unarmed." Robert was beginning to trust Sarah. He slowly put the gun on the table. "Thank you," said Sarah. "Now release your wife and son." Robert looked at Jennifer. "Jen, I'm sorry. I lost control." Jennifer stood up, trembling with fear. Sarah called to Marcus's room. "Marcus, you're safe. You can come out." Marcus came out of his room, looking at his father with fear. At that moment, there was a knock on the door. "Police! Open the door!" Sarah went to the door. "I'm opening it. The situation is calm." When she opened the door, the SWAT team was in ready position. "Wait until the hostage specialist arrives," Sarah commanded. The SWAT leader was surprised. "Who are you?" "Dr. Sarah Coleman. The situation is under control." The suspect put down his gun. "Are you sure?" "Yes, but we need a professional negotiator." 20 minutes later, an FBI crisis negotiator arrived. Sarah briefed him on the situation in detail. "Impressive work," said the FBI agent. "How did you handle this situation so professionally?" Sarah hesitated. "Experience." "What kind of experience?" Sarah decided to tell the truth. "Former FBI hostage rescue team." The FBI agent's eyes widened. "Were you on the hostage rescue team?" 12 years, crisis negotiation specialist." "Why didn't you ever mention it?" "Because that life is over. I'm just a school counselor now." After the situation was completely resolved, Robert Johnson was taken into custody. But thanks to Sarah's intervention, the process had passed without violence. Marcus and Jennifer were taken under social services protection, but the trauma was at a minimum level. The next day, school principal Patricia Williams called Sarah to her office. "Sarah, what you did yesterday was incredible. You saved lives." "I just did my job." "No, you performed professional-level crisis intervention. How did you learn this?" Sarah thought for a long time. "I worked at the FBI. Hostage negotiation. Patricia's breath stopped. Were you at the FBI? 12 years. Crisis negotiation specialist on the hostage rescue team. This is incredible. Why did you never mention it? Because that career is over. Now I'm focused on education. Patricia was curious. Why did you leave the FBI? Sarah's expression wrinkled. Very heavy cases. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I couldn't take it anymore. I understand, but your experience is incredible. Sarah began to tell her story. I worked at the FBI from 1995 to 2007. The first 3 years as a regular agent. Then I was selected for the hostage rescue team. Isn't it very difficult to be selected for the hostage rescue team? Only 5% are accepted. Physical tests, psychological evaluations, specialized training. Patricia was impressed. What kind of cases did you solve? Bank robberies, domestic terrorism, hostage situations, kidnapping cases? What was your most memorable case? Sarah thought. In 2001, a school shooting in Oklahoma. A 15-year-old troubled kid took his classmates hostage. How did you solve it? 6 hours of negotiation. I discovered problems in the kid's family. Parental neglect, bullying, depression. Was it successful? Yes. The kid put down his gun. Nobody was hurt, but? That kid was my daughter's age. I realized that I was neglecting my family for my FBI career. Patricia understood Sarah's conflict. How was family life affected? I got divorced in 2005. My husband couldn't handle the constant travel and stress. Your children? I have a daughter, Emma. She's 25 now. Our relationship was very damaged. There was sadness in Sarah's voice. Emma never saw me throughout her childhood. Always on duty, always traveling. How's your relationship now? We're slowly rebuilding, but I can't bring back the lost years. Patricia appreciated Sarah's sacrifice. Why did you quit in 2007? The last case was very traumatic. A cult situation in Virginia. The leader took 20 children hostage. Sarah's hands shook slightly. 3-day standoff. In the end, the leader had a psychological breakdown. He started harming the children. What happened? The SWAT team had to force entry. 5 children died, including an 8-year-old girl. Patricia's heart sank. That wasn't your fault. But I was the lead negotiator. Maybe with a different approach. Sarah, you did everything you could. But it wasn't enough. I see that girl's face every night. Patricia understood Sarah's trauma. Did you get post-traumatic stress treatment? Yes, 2 years of therapy. But I couldn't return to the FBI. Too much emotional cost. How did you transition to education? My therapist suggested it. She said, if you want to make a positive impact on children, try education. It was good advice. Yes, for 12 years here I've helped hundreds of children, peacefully. Patricia admired Sarah's journey. Didn't yesterday's situation trigger you? Initially, yes, but this time the outcome was positive. Nobody was hurt. You did incredible work. Different mission, same skills, but this time the ending was happy. A month later, Marcus Johnson came to Sarah's office. Dr. Coleman, my dad went to rehabilitation. Mom forgave us. Sarah smiled. That's wonderful, Marcus. You saved our lives. You were brave. You called for help. But you took a risk. Dad could have hurt you too. Sarah saw Marcus's maturity. Sometimes you have to take risks for the right thing. I knew you were an FBI agent. Sarah was surprised. How? The way you talked to Dad. It was professional, not like a normal counselor. Sarah was impressed. You're very observant. Are you thinking about going back to the FBI? I'm happy here. Working with students is peaceful. Marcus smiled. We're lucky. We have a real hero counselor. Sarah remained modest. I'm just doing my job. At the end of the year, Sarah was given a state education award for her excellence in school crisis management. At the ceremony, Emma came, for the first time in 8 years. Mom, I'm proud, said Emma. Sarah was emotional. Emma, you came. I saw it on the news. You're a hero. Emma, Mom, I understand now. You're dedicated to helping people. Sarah was hearing the words she had been waiting for years. Emma, I couldn't prioritize family. I'm sorry. Mom, but you were doing important work, and you still are. Mother and daughter talked for hours. They began to rebuild the lost connection. Mom, continue at school. It's the perfect place for you. Emma, I want family time too. Me too. I'll make monthly visits. From that day on, Sarah's life found balance, meaningful work at school, healing relationship with family. Students began to show different respect to Sarah, but Sarah remained the same compassionate counselor. Dr. Coleman is a legend, said one of the students. I'm your counselor. I'm here to help you. But your FBI background is amazing. The past is just experience. What matters is now. Sarah showed the same dedication to new students, but now there was extra wisdom. Her life perspective had become much deeper. In crisis situations, her natural calm and professional skills automatically kicked in. But now, she was more focused on peaceful resolution. Today, Dr. Sarah Coleman still works at Lincoln High School, school counselor and occasional crisis consultant. Federal agencies occasionally call for her expertise, but Sarah prefers limited involvement. Students are my priority, she says. I want to be a stable presence for them. In every crisis situation, her FBI training reminds her that calm communication is the most powerful weapon. Sarah's motto, every crisis is an opportunity for healing. And every day, she gives hope to troubled students. She bridges from crisis to growth, from despair to healing. Sarah Coleman served on the FBI hostage rescue team for 12 years, high-stakes negotiations, life-death situations. Now she uses the same skills to heal young minds in a peaceful setting. Because true heroes continue to serve in different contexts, the method changes, but the dedication remains the same. As Hidden Hero Stories, we ask you, have you ever met someone like Sarah? Someone with law enforcement or crisis management experience in their past, but now doing quiet service in education? Have you appreciated their hidden expertise? Share in the comments. Because in schools, there are educators with incredible backgrounds. They may have life-saving skills, but they choose humble teaching. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, subscribe and share. Because real heroes don't seek fame. They step forward when needed. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, show extra respect to the educators around you. They might be silent guardians,